Welcome, everyone. This meeting is being recorded, as you just heard from our, we have a few more people joining, but you just heard it's being recorded. So please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are acknowledging that, and then turn off your cameras and mute your microphones. We will be placing the recording up on the website. Welcome to our fourth Parent Lunch and Learn meeting. It's been about a month since our last get together, and we have a number of updates to share. Woohoo! We continue to have a high level of positive energy as we celebrate our successes and work through the glitches to continue to grow and make improvements. While many schools continue to delay their openings, we have a full month of completed instruction under our belts with only 9 left to go. Each day brings an interesting challenge, and we're working together to make BDMS the best it can be. Well, as of today, we have been blessed with good health. One of our biggest questions this year is what to do if my child feels ill. Please remember, we need to keep everyone safe and healthy. If your child wakes up in the morning and is not feeling well or has any COVID-19 symptoms, and that list is growing, please keep them home in bed and let them rest. We do health checks throughout our day, and if a child feels ill or has a runny nose or a cough or any indicators, they will need to be picked up immediately. We do have a quarantine space in school, and the students will remain safe and comfortable within that location until you arrive. We've had a number of students that have gone to those quarantine spaces, and they have come back with negative testing. So these protocols do work. To ensure the health and safety of our students, I'm required to submit daily reports on the health records of our entire school. And you can access this information from our website under the reopening plan. So this is the quick link, once you push on it, what it looks like. And you'll see that every day that needs to be updated. Every school day at 12 noon, I need to update that site. Here is the image of what you will see if you click on our school report card. You see the number of students in the building, the number of students off-site that are learning remotely, and we have to report any students who have any positive testing. And we have been, like I said, we've been blessed with good health. So far, so good with that. You can also access the MSMC report from the very same location on our website. So you'll see the COVID-19 report card. You can actually look up any public school, charter school, private school, any college or any state university, click on and just type in the name. And then you can also put in just whatever location you're looking for. You will see as of right now, within this 2-week period, MC does have 2 positive cases, and they did have 1 prior to that in the beginning of the school year. But all safety protocols were put in place, and no one at BDMS was ever exposed, because of course, if we had any exposures, you would be contacted immediately by contact tracing. Okay. So that's on the COVID front. Now for a few other updates. The good news is with our books, we have received almost all of our textbooks. The bad news is for the few students who have not received their books, we are dealing with a large number of copies each day. Our second order from the Newburgh district, their math textbooks should be on their way, and we're hopeful that that will get here soon. We also have a few textbooks from other districts here and there, and we will hopefully they will be arriving ASAP. And as I've mentioned before on other calls, textbook orders are difficult under the best of times. So this is, we're very thankful that this should be resolved very quickly. One of the big questions is always about specials. So due to our cohort system, students are participating in our modified specials program. All of the specials, art and technology and PE, will be graded on participation as a pass-fail grade. So I don't want you to worry about what it says on Google Classroom if you're looking at that and what the specials assignments are. The students are doing art, they're getting outside every day to get fresh air for PE, and they are also doing technology assignments. Our main goal is to get the kids outside every day and moving. So once the weather changes, we'll be spending more time in the classroom with the art and technology assignments. We are very proud to announce that some of the upgrades to our school technology. We've been working closely with Mrs. Perk, who arranged the call for today, and she's been volunteering in the evenings to help us out, and with the MSMC technology department to make a number of improvements. Our Wi-Fi has been upgraded, and we are experiencing better connections within the classroom. Our laptops that we've ordered through the district are on back order, and that is one positive thing that we're hopeful. Once those back orders come in, we should be in a better place as far as our devices for each student. So this slide should look familiar, and at our last meeting, I mentioned many forms of staff and faculty and what kind of forms they've taken this year. And I mentioned it being fluid, but what I didn't realize is just how fluid everything would be. Many area school districts, even the ones who are not opening in person yet, are hiring a large number of new employees. So some of the people that we have brought in who were exceptional substitute teachers and covering if a teacher needed to be out, they have moved on and taken other jobs. So I'm doing everything possible to keep everyone who's here and a current employee to have them remain at Bishop Dunn. And I just want everyone to remember that to be super kind to the teachers and to the staff, because everyone is giving 110% and they're doing an amazing job. We've been working very closely with the Newburgh Enlarged School District. And the exceptional learner services are now provided either virtually through a laptop, or the assignments are dropped off to Bishop Dunn, and the students are completing them in school or at home. We are working towards the providers having access, virtual access to students who need these services. Within the school building, within the school day. We have not reached 100% on that yet, but that is, just another obstacle that we are working through with the Newburgh district. And I know they're trying to open up soon, so hopefully those services will be in place for everyone. Oh my gosh, the students have been doing an amazing job coming in their school uniforms, and they look so sharp. I just want everyone to remember that we are required to have the windows open for ventilation. So sometimes it's a little chillier than usual. Make sure your child has a sweater or a sweatshirt in their backpack in case they're a little cold. And while we will be putting on the heat soon in the classrooms, those windows are going to need to be cracked open all winter. So we want to make sure that the student, we'll keep them warm here and they'll be warm, but we want to make sure that the students are comfortable. Oh, we're so excited about this. So our picture day will be Thursday, October 8th. That is this week. But you're probably thinking, oh no, Mrs. Benford, Thursday is a PE day. Well, we're going to do a little switch this week and have Thursday be a dress uniform day, and Friday will be a PE uniform day. And we will send messaging about that right after this call. I want to make sure that we have a picture of every student for whatever we can do for our yearbook this year with the limited amount of movement we can do between the classrooms. So I just want to make sure that everyone gets their picture taken on picture day. And Mrs. Bro and I will be working on a schedule for the students who are virtual to come be able to enter and exit out of a separate area to go directly in to have their picture taken. Life Touch, the company that comes in to take our pictures, they have a new updated system in place to make sure that everything is wiped down, that the kids are kept safe. But we want to make sure we're doing this now while it's still nice out, while we can have the great ventilation, while we can, bring the students down one at a time to have their picture taken. And like I said, we want to get that done not only for our younger students that are here, but also for our students who are learning from home. We will also be doing our graduation photos on that day. I know in the past we waited later to do graduation photos, but with my concerns with rising numbers, I just want to make sure we have every student's picture taken on October 8th. Now, if your child's sick on October 8th, obviously we have to have a makeup day. I'm not saying send your kid to school sick on October 8th, but if your child's healthy on October 8th, please make sure they're in school that day in their sharp dress uniform, ready for pictures. We have made even more improvements to our traffic flow and our bus patterns, and our drop-off and pickup times have been running smoothly, except for sometimes that security forgets to open that one back gate that is around the side of the building. So we want to make sure that everyone realizes that that can be opened. It is actually just wrapped around with a chain for during the day, so there are no cars back there during lunch recess. But that gate can be opened in the morning, and to keep the flow going. The afternoon dismissal has been running very, very well. Now, this Friday is a typical half-day Friday. We're considering it our first Friday. So dismissal will start on Friday at 11:30, and our students will be dismissed. Our teachers will remain in the building for continued training on Friday. All right, so I know that there are a lot of questions, and maybe there are not a lot of questions today, but I want to make sure that any questions are answered. I know that I get the messaging from the governor's office every day. I know everyone's a little concerned about the upticks. I'm still meeting with our pandemic response team 2 times a week. So I want to make sure that we are all talking about, just the messaging. We know that things are fluid, but we're trying to keep everyone as safe as possible. All right, so let me look. If you have any questions, please make sure you're entering them in the chat box. Oh, Mrs. Bro already sent out to everyone. We have our retake day. So November 16th is a retake day. So we want to make sure that everyone will get that up on our calendar. So while I'm talking about pictures, we have a question. We are going to contact the virtual students so we can set up a schedule for you that works out within the photographer's schedule and our schedule here. So yes, we are going to get the virtual students here to get their pictures taken. Those are the pictures that we use for our class photos and for the yearbook. So yes, I would like to have them come in for their pictures to be taken. All right, so the new car tags, that's an amazing question. There have been a number of families that have requested a second tag. Yes, we want, if you have 2 cars that are coming onto campus every day, sometimes one family member will do drop off and another pickup. We do have extra car tags. So please make sure that you just send a message to Miss Eliza or to Mrs. Bro, and we get them out the same day that you ask for them. So Mrs. Jennings, I'm putting you down. One extra car tag for the Jennings family. All right. Tiffany was asking about the 5th grade pickup. Yeah, it's okay. That is definitely tricky in the afternoon. So we have one. We're going to work on that, Tiffany. That's a great point. We have middle school parents that maybe get here a little bit earlier than they should be and are lining up in front of that door. So we will work on those cars getting here at the correct time, or making sure that they are either that or that we get those students out of the way. So I'm writing that down as a note. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, that that's an issue again. 5th grade pickup. Okay. Parent teacher conferences. So the parent teacher conferences are going to be done virtually. You will have one at a time. You'll be set up in November, meeting with your child's teacher on either a Zoom or a Google Meet, and the teachers will be sending out schedules and links for that. Probably most of them will be doing it actually right on the Google Meets. So that will definitely be set up for November. Oh, Mr. Pizzanelli, great question. I have not received any information about the parameters for going into the different phases. I know that, and that's tricky for me as well, that we, we said, oh, we have these 4 stages to go through, and here's all the things that'll happen in each stage. But I will reach out to the superintendent again today with that question to see if anything new has come out. I have not received anything, but honestly, I'll be honest about it and totally transparent. I have no idea when we can move into phase 2. They have not indicated that at all. We are, I think we're keeping it a little tighter for a little bit longer just because we have had such success. But, I will definitely let everyone know. Okay, I see a few card tags. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Oh, so this is a great question from Mrs. Jennings again. Oh, Mrs. Jennings, you're on it today. So it really stinks that we can't have parents come into the school for special events. For example, today I was a part of, with 8th grade, they did a Shark Tank, and I bought some really very cool companies. I made some really great investments today, but we are going to record them. So that's something moving forward. For communion, we have very limited guests for communion. It's like the student who's making First Holy Communion and their parents, and that's it. That's rules set by Mount St. Mary College and the number of people they can have in the chapel. But we will be recording them. So make sure you're reaching out and asking, if you're missing something, or especially if you let me know ahead of time, we will be able to do that. So we don't have a professional photographer taking actual still pictures. You could still use your camera or your phone for that. But we are going to have it recorded for everyone. Let's see. Sure. So let's talk about reviewing what COVID tested percentages need before 100% virtual. Okay. So school after going all virtual. Great question about the guidelines for going all virtual. So it's still right now, to my knowledge, even though I know the governor did just send out updated information, the 9% that he had talked about within the zip code, within the area, we have to follow what the governor says. So if Mount St. Mary College, even though they have a few cases, we don't have any connection with those cases, that does not include, we would not be included if they needed to go virtual. But if we were to need to go virtual, if the governor was to do a mandate that everyone in, this area needed to go virtual, we would still stay on the same schedule. So students would still need to get on the virtual classrooms first thing in the morning, and they would need to follow their class schedules for each day. So it's a little different than last year for those of you that were with us last year, where it was some Google Meets and then, mostly online. We will be doing our classes